Scotland was one of the last places to get politically correctness. I mean, because basically, with the greatest respect, Graham, Scots are pig fuckers. Yes, they are. They're all that shit about brave. I mean, it was not the English raping them. I mean, it was the other way around. I mean, they're just, and they blame it on the Picts and the Vikings and with the blood that originally, they got an excuse too. But I told you about them shooting at each other at one of the Guthrie deals, and I told my wife, "We better leave, honey. I can just see that it's going to get ugly here pretty soon." And I was right. About half an hour later, all of a sudden, something happened, and everybody's got somebody that lost somebody in a clan fight in the last 200 or 300 years. There is nobody that up here. And then after they have a few drinks and they look, and then they forget where they are, and then they got a gun in their hand. I mean, it can get fucking ugly. And of course, I loved it, because that's my personality. And I say to my wife, why don't you get in the car and you can go back? I'll be back later. Okay, now let's get back to that. In your weekly reports, you will list, and I recommend highly, and when Dan says recommend, that means listen to me, dipshit, that you keep track of your time on a daily basis. Because by the time, and we get more into detail, but the reports are due midnight UK time, Sunday night. Midnight UK time. For the week prior, starting Saturday. But you forget, you will not be able to keep track all your time on a daily basis to try to catch up by the time the week's over. And you heard the doctor say the fog of war. Remember? Okay. And he said, and he's smart, he said, I had only about 20% recall of everything that I heard in the seminar. And his is high. Normally you don't have 20% because it's so foreign to you, you have trouble grasping it all. And that's why the people that read the shit before they get here are much better off. But the fog of war will overtake you. Here's the Prince of War here, Fiddler.
Well, I would just want to say that if you fuck that up and you don't fill it out daily, not only is it going to take you literally 9 to 10 hours on the Sunday if you want to do it right to track everything down, but then on the next week's report, you have to list that it took you 9 to 10 hours on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And Dan knows that you didn't do it.
Yeah. And but you'll list, and at the bottom of each report, you're going to have, there's a section, problems and challenges. I only add the word challenge in the last 5 or 10 years. Just used to be problems. And this is based on my NATO military training that I reported to a one-star general, and I used a NATO format, which is still used, and it's on the internet. You're going to get the template, but it's still used today. It's been refined, and where you list your accomplishments for the week and what you plan on doing the next week. Simply, it's a lot more detailed than that. Accomplishments for the week and what you plan on doing next week, and the problems and challenges you had. And when the problems and challenges you had, you will list 3 answers. I told you this. You will give me 3 answers, and I will pick. You normally will come up with the right answer, but if you don't, then I give you what the right answer is. And the right answer is 99% of the time the answer, the last one you want to do, because it's the most difficult. It's the one that you really stretches you emotionally. You have 2 bank accounts in life. Remember I said emotional bank account and financial bank account. You guys are worried about the pennies in your financial bank account, but that's not the one that will that can bring you towards the failure end of the continuum. It's the emotional bank account, not the financial bank account. And but you will keep track of things on a daily basis, and you will be stunned how much time you waste. You will just be stunned, and you keep track of your exercise time. You keep track of your sleep time. You keep track of the things that you're doing that are supportive of your QLA dream. And And then after the first week, maybe not the first week because you'll think it's an anomaly. But by the second or third week, you'll sit back and say, fuck, I'm lucky I got anything. By the second or third week, what the fuck? I'm surprised I made any money. Because most of you, with the greatest respect, have made money by serendipity. Most of you that think that you made the money by design, you didn't. You didn't. You were either at the right place at the right time. I want to see people make money property in a fucking collapsing market. That's what I want to see. I want to see people make money in the construction in a collapsing market. Collapsing oil market. Like right now, I've never seen so many good oil deals since I did mine. I got a mentee, and I hope you're watching. Right now, he's got a couple hundred oil deals sitting on his desk, probably better than the ones I did. And he's got investment banks crawling all over his ass to do them. Because, and the time to go, not just oil, the time to go is just before they write off the loan. Because once they write off the loan, then you don't have the leverage. Just prior to the write-off, you've got leverage. But after they write them off and they got them down to zero, then they fuck you. I mean, they're at zero now. Why should we deal with you? So, well, Dan, how do we know when they're just about to write off the loan? Because you're in touch with the bankers constantly. And at the Hardcore, one of my guys, and he's talking to these bankers, and he says, yeah, and he says they're planning on writing off the loans first of next year. And when you talk to these guys 2 or 3 times a month, they're not giving you any financial secrets because they're not telling you what loans they are. So they're not breaking their fiduciary responsibility. The guy's just telling you in frustration, fuck, we're going to have to write these sons of bitches off in January. And that's music to my ears. I'm like Spock. That's music to my ears. And he told them in October. So he's got time to put the deal together. But you only get this information, and you're not doing anything wrong if you have a constant discourse with the financial institutions. Constant discourse, you're talking to them, and that doesn't mean you're going out to lunch with them and all that finger fucking. I don't mean that. That's a waste of fucking time. That's a waste of time. Why does everybody want to go to lunch? Because it eats up 2 or 3 hours of the day. That's why. There's no other reason. It eats 2 or 3 hours of the day, and then you don't have to be productive 2 or 3 more hours. And and then they go, in this country, they go to the pub. I've never been in a pub in Dundee, so I don't know what time they go there. But I know for sure in the city, 4:30, 5:15, 5:20, the pubs are filling up so much, they're spilling out into the street. Past the sidewalk, past into the street, and the cars can't even get by. Now that doesn't happen in Manhattan. Sons of bitches are there till 8, 9 o'clock, and there's a rush for the bars about 10:30. I don't know about Bucharest. No. So guys, I mean, when you're constantly in contact with these people, and you'll get opportunities that you won't believe, especially now. Now, once the people get over being pissed off at Trump winning, they're going to wake up and let's make some fucking money. Once they get over, and they're still not over it. No, once they get over it, and it's not going to last forever. Once they get over it in the new year, let's make some fucking money. Okay, fuck the blonde asshole. Let's just make some fucking money like everybody else is going to. And then it's going to be great. It'll be great times. And you'll be like the fifth horse. Can't you just see Graham like the fifth horseman of the apocalypse riding? What kind of clan are you from? Are you McGregor?
Stuart.
Oh, steerage. They're real arseholes. I mean, a steerage, you know. And who was, wasn't, what do you call it, Stewart? Bonnie? No, not Bonnie. The guy, fuck, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, okay. Graduation night, I think the guy that plays the bagpipe is a Stewart. Okay. You're going to wait to Stuart Tartan? Holy shit. Oh, nothing like a drunk Scot on graduation night, believe me. Yeah, all of a sudden they think they're back about 1700, and you know, I can just, no, I'm being facetious now. He's going to grab the wench by the hair, drag her, just like the good old days. Because the guys, that's what they want to do. I see it in the guy's eyes. You're not saying anything because you know, but I know. And that's why that gets raucous on graduation night. It gets raucous. It gets more than raucous. But I showed you those pictures of the guys from graduation night passed out on the floor, and I mean, all kinds of scandalous shite. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Do we have the slide of the guy dancing coming up sometime?
Yeah, oh yeah. A prestigious Swiss wealth banker dancing on my snooker table with his skirt up. I mean, up until that, he wouldn't say shit if it was in his mouth up until that night. All of a sudden, you know, he thinks he's Sean Connery or some bullshit. Unbelievable. Okay, homework tonight is what?
The list of people we talked to and go side by side.
Okay. Now, we didn't talk about the turning point, though.
No, we didn't.
Okay, we'll do that tomorrow. We'll do that. I can't wait to hear yours. I mean, you know. Huh? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Any questions? Okay, YouTube. We'll see you in the morning. Thank you very much.